Module 4, Support and Resistance. So, ang next step sa price action analysis natin is identifying a good support and resistance wherein ideally, dito tayo magte-trade. Alright? So, module outline. So, we're gonna learn about support and resistance, of course, yung definition, price behavior around support and resistance, break and retest, failed breakout, and failed breakdown. So with that, let's begin. Support and resistance. Support and resistance is one of the most widely used concepts in trading, and it is the most basic principle in technical analysis. So kailangan lahat ng traders alam kung paano mag-identify ng support and resistance kasi dito nangyayari yung battle between the bulls and the bears, the buyers and the sellers. And dito rin tayo kadalasan or majority of the time mag-o-open ng trades natin. So support will tend to act as a floor for price action and resistance naman will tend to act as a roof for price action. So let's say for example, andito yung price. So yung support natin, since mag-a-act siya as a floor for price action, kailangan nasa baba siya ng price. So, kung bababa yung price from here to here, since support siya, kailangan ma-defend niya itong level na to. So, ang ina-assume natin, magkakaroon tayo ng rejection dito. Okay? Resistance naman, so let's say andito yung price. So, since mag-a-act siya as roof for price action, kailangan nasa taas siya ng price. So, ang ina-assume natin, since resistance level to, once na pumunta dito yung price, may mga sellers na papasok and ire-reject yung price at that level. Okay? Support once broken becomes resistance and resistance once broken becomes support. So, ito yung isang concept na sobrang importante when it comes to support and resistance, and ito yung i-discuss natin later on. So with that, ito yung introduction for support and resistance. Let's dive deep into support. Support is a price level where the market has difficulty dipping below it because buyers are sufficiently high at that level. So kapag sinabi nating support, ito yung level wherein majority ng mga tao ay buyers. Okay? So, as much as possible, ang hahanapin lang natin dito sa support is mga buy opportunities. Alright? Support level are always on or below the current price. So, kung ito yung price, and then bumaba siya, nagkaroon ng rejection, so that means itong certain level na to, nire-reject niya, meaning merong mga buyers na pumapasok dito. So, pwede natin tong i-treat as support level. So, kung babalikan niya to the second time, there's a possibility na magkaroon ulit tayo ng rejection. Kasi from the past, so yung first time na ni-reach niya itong level na to, nagkaroon ng rejection. So majority ng traders, titingnan yan as a level where may mga buyers pa rin. Okay? So again, kapag sinabing support, majority ng tao, mga buyers. Alright? So, kung babalikan ulit yan the third time, there's a possibility ulit na magkaroon tayo ng rejection. So, let's have an example. So, here we have EURUSD daily time frame. So, meron tayong support level dito. And kung makikita natin, yung price galing sa downside move. Okay? Pababa siya. So, first time, nagkaroon tayo ng rejection. Nag-rally yung price. And then the second time, binalikan niya ulit. Nagkaroon ulit tayo ng rejection. And kung makikita natin, ang ginawa ng price, ni-reverse niya from downside move to upside move. Okay? Dito siya nagtapos. Yung downside move niya nagtapos dito sa support level na to. So meaning, itong level na to, maraming buyers ang nagde-defend. Okay? Let's have another example. GBP USD daily time frame. So, yung price galing siya ng downside move or downtrend. And then, nag-stop yung downside move niya dito sa level na to. So, nagkaroon tayo ng rejection once, nag-rally, and then, binalikan niya ulit the second time, and then nag-hold. Okay? So, may mga buyers ulit na nagde-defend dito kasi hindi na magawa ng price or ng mga sellers i-push yung price below this level. Okay? So, marami ng buyers ang nag-aabang dito. So, ang ginawa ng price, nag-rally to the upside, very impulsive. Nagkaroon tayo ng break of structure or change of structure kasi ito yung previous lower high natin. And then, nagkaroon tayo ng higher high. So, as you can see, ni-reverse niya yung trend to the upside. Okay? And then, we also have support level right here. Okay? So, kung makikita natin, right? Higher high, initial higher high. So, kung meron tayong initial higher high, there's a possibility na magkaroon tayo ng initial higher low. Alright? So, impulse, correction. Now, yung correction, usually, mag-e-end to sa support and resistance level. So, in this example, nakita natin na may support level tayo dito kasi nagkaroon siya ng rejection once, and then the second time na binalikan niya, ni-reject niya ulit. Okay? So, dito, nag-continue yung upside move niya. So, initial higher low, na-break yung structure, nagkaroon tayo ng higher high. Okay? So, higher high, since meron tayong higher high, we assume na magkakaroon ulit tayo ng higher low. So, ang question is, saan mag-i-end yung higher low? Again, sa support and resistance, or sa support in this case. So, dito makikita natin, nag-establish siya ng support level. Okay? So, ni-reject niya once, ni-reject niya twice. Alright? Okay, another example, German DAX daily time frame. So, stock index sa Germany. So, makita natin na meron tayong support level dito. Okay? So, nag-rally yung price to the upside. Nireject niya itong level na to once. Nag-rally. Binalikan niya the second time. Nireject ulit niya. Okay? And then, the third time, so, nag-try muna siyang mag-hover around this area. And then, binalikan niya ulit the third time. Okay? So, nung binalikan niya the third time, nagkaroon ulit ng rejection dito. Okay? So, somehow, ina-expect na natin na magkakaroon siya ng rejection dito because looking left, nireject niya to from the past. Okay? So, nagkaroon tayo ng very aggressive rally to the upside. Another example, Netflix stock. Okay? So, dito, galing tayo ng sideways market condition or ranging market condition. Nag-rally tayo to the upside, creating this higher high. And then, nagkaroon tayo ng higher low. Okay? Higher low. Dito sa support level na to. So, kung makikita natin dito, meron tayong very slight rejection dito sa level na to, right? And then, binalikan niya ulit, second time. Ayan. Nagkaroon ulit tayo ng rejection. Nag-rally. And then, binalikan niya ulit the third time. Nag-hold. And then, dun na nagkaroon ng another impulsive move to the upside. So, kung titingnan natin yung structure ng market dito. So, we have this higher high, higher low. right? And somehow, yung pullback or yung correction natin naging complex pullback or pumasok tayo sa rotational or ranging market condition, right? Before, nagkaroon ulit tayo ng impulsive move to the upside. Again, kadalasan, ang gusto natin, ideally, yung correction, magtapos siya sa support level or yung higher low, ma-establish siya sa support level. Alright? Resistance. So, opposite ng support. Resistance is an area where the market has difficulty surpassing that level because selling force are strong. So, when it comes to resistance, ang nagde-defend dito sa level na to, mga sellers. So, we don't want to be buying around resistance level. Ang gusto lang natin mag-sell sa resistance. Alright? So, resistance are always on or above the current price. So, kung andito yung price natin, ang resistance natin should be above the current price. Okay? So, dito makikita natin na dito sa level na to, nagkaroon tayo ng rejection. So, this would act as our resistance level. So, the second time na balikan niya, there's a possibility na magkaroon tayo ng rejection dito. Okay, kasi may mga sellers na nagde-defend dito. Kasi dun sa unang rejection niya, that means may mga sellers na willing magbenta dito sa price na to. So, kung babalikan niya to the second time, there's a possibility na magkaroon ulit tayo ng rejection. Now, kung yung rejection niya dun sa second time na binalikan niya yung level na to is very strong, we could probably assume na the third time na balikan niya, pwede pa rin niyang i-reject yung level na to. Alright? Now, may mga certain clues na ibibigay sa atin yung market kung i-reject ba niya or i-break yung mga certain level. So, ito yung matututunan natin sa price behavior around support and resistance. All right. Anyway, let's have an example for resistance level. So, crude oil daily time frame. Meron tayong resistance level dito. So, nagkaroon tayo ng rejection dyan. Now, let's look at the structure of the market. So, galing tayo ng upside move. Meron tayong upside, higher high, higher low, higher high, and then a low wherein same level siya with this one. Actually, dito, we can consider this as support level kasi nagkaroon tayo ng rejection multiple times and yung magnitude ng rejection niya is very strong, right? Kung makita natin dito, nag-rally siya very impulsive. Okay? And then dito din, nag-rally siya very impulsive. Okay? So, ito, we can treat this as a good support level. Alright? Now, dito naman, andito yung resistance natin kasi nagkaroon tayo ng rejection dyan multiple times. So, ito yung first. So, bumaba yung price, very shallow. And then, tinry niya ulit i-test itong level na to. So, tinry niyang mag-trade beyond this level pero nag-fail. Right? Nagkaroon tayo ng rejection dyan. Pinush yung price lower. And then, nag-attempt ulit the third time na mag-trade beyond this level. So, ito yung third attempt niya. Pero nag-fail. Right? Ang ginawa ng price, pinush niya yung price lower. And very aggressive. So, kung makita natin, nag-accelerate yung price dito. Alright? So, this level is a good resistance level where sellers are defending it. Okay? Another example, dollar index, daily time frame. So, we have resistance level right here. Now, let's look at the structure of the market. So, dito, somehow, sideways tayo. Okay? May dalawang rejection tayo dyan. Dalawang rejection. And then price rallied to the upside. And then, nung na-reach niya itong certain level na to, nagkaroon tayo ng rejection. Okay? Karoon tayo ng rejection, pinush niya yung price lower, nag-establish ng higher low dito. Okay? Then, nag-rally ulit to the upside. Now, the second time na binalikan niya, nagkaroon tayo ng rejection dito. Pinush niya yung price lower, and then binalikan niya ulit the third time, nagkaroon ulit tayo ng rejection. Okay? So, nag-fail siya mag-trade beyond this level. So, ang ginawa niya, pinush niya aggressively yung price lower. Alright? So, itong level na to is a good resistance. AUD-USD daily time frame. So, meron tayong resistance level na to. Meron tayong resistance level dito. So, tingnan natin yung structure ng market. So, basically, kung makita natin, somehow, nasa sideways market condition tayo dito. Okay? Rotational. So, may multiple rejection tayo dito sa lower extreme and may multiple rejection tayo dito sa upper extreme. Now, as you can observe, ang ranging market, yung lower and upper extreme niya, nag-act yan as support and resistance. Alright? So, dito nasa ranging market tayo. Yung resistance or upper extreme nag-hold. So, kung makikita natin, tinry niya actually multiple times na i-reject itong level na to, pero nag-fail. Now, the last time na tinry niya, dito na pumasok yung mga sellers. And as you can see, aggressively niyang pinush yung price lower. Okay? So, itong level na to, kung titingnan natin dito, okay? Right, yan. Binalikan niya ulit. After this aggressive move downside, binalikan niya ulit itong area na to. Okay? And then, nagkaroon ulit ng rejection. Okay? Binalikan niya ulit. Nagkaroon ulit ng rejection. Okay? So, that means, itong level na to, itong area na to, maraming sellers ang willing mag-defend. Okay? So, hindi nila hinahayaan yung buyers na i-push pa yung price beyond this level. Alright? And one thing you should know when it comes to support and resistance, hindi siya fixed level. Okay? So, hindi siya fixed level. Hindi siya ganito lang. Okay? Lagi siyang area or zone. So, ito fixed level to. Pero, in reality, zone siya. Okay? Area siya. Alright? Let's have another example. XRP, so cryptocurrency. So, meron tayong resistance dito. Alright? So, tingnan natin yung structure ng market. So, galing tayo ng downside move. Probably lower low. And then, nagkaroon tayo ng lower high. And then, dito, medyo nag-stop siya. Hindi na siya nag-break ng structure. Instead, ang ginawa niya, bumalik ulit siya dito. Now, hindi natin alam kung higher low ba to. Kasi kung higher low to, kailangan ma-break niya itong lower high na to, right? So, hindi natin alam. So, ang ginawa niya, bumalik ulit siya dito. Since itong lower high na to, resistance, tinest niya itong level na to. Okay? So, dito, nung binalikan niya, the second time, nagkaroon tayo ng rejection. And then, nag-move yung price lower to create a lower low. So, yung structure ng market, lower low, lower high, and then lower low. Alright? So, that's resistance level. Price behavior around support and resistance. So, dito matututunan natin yung signal or yung price behavior na ipapakita ng market kung mag-hold or magbe-break ba yung certain support and resistance. So the characteristic pattern of support and resistance holding is price rejection. So kung mag-hold yung support or resistance level, kailangan makakita tayo dito ng rejection. So it is an immediate and sharp move away from the level. And it seems as if price doesn't want to be there. Now, the behavior will come in a form of candlestick patterns or price action patterns. So, ito yung clue na ibibigay sa atin ng market. So, kung mag-hold yung certain level or i-reject niya, kailangan makakita tayo ng candlestick patterns or price action patterns. And if there is no price rejection, so kung wala tayong nakitang candlestick patterns or price action patterns, probability still toward support and resistance breaking. Support holding. So let's say mayroon tayong support level dito. And then bumaba yung price. Now, one thing that we can wait to see is kung magkakaroon ng candlestick pattern. So, kung magkakaroon tayo ng candlestick pattern rejection dito sa support level na to, that is a signal na there's a possibility na i-reject niya yung level na to. And then, besides candlestick, pwede rin tayong makakita ng price action pattern. Alright? So, itong mga patterns na to, candlestick and price action, ito yung matututunan nyo naman sa mga next module. But right now, it is a good to know na yung behavior kapag mag-hold yung certain support or resistance is through candlestick or price action patterns. So, let's have an example. Gold daily time frame. So, galing tayo ng downside move. And then, nagkaroon tayo ng support level dito kasi meron tayong rejection, and then nag-rally yung price to the upside. Now, itong pattern na ginawa niya dito is a double bottom pattern, which is a price action pattern. Alright? Now, ito yung signal na, so reversal pattern siya. So, ito yung nagsisignal na itong downside move, since reversal pattern yung pinakita niya dito, pwede niyang i-reverse. So, from downside move to upside move. So, ito nga yung nangyari, no? So, nagkaroon tayo ng break of structure. So, yung previous lower high na break, nagkaroon tayo ng higher high. Alright? Now, karoon tayo ng higher high, most probably magkakaroon tayo ng higher low. Okay? So, impulse and then correction. Now, again, saan pwedeng ma-establish yung higher low? Sa support level. Okay? Now, dito meron tayong level. Kasi if we look left, itong level na to nag-act as resistance. So, ito yung i-discuss natin later. Resistance once broken becomes support, and support once broken becomes resistance. Alright? Now, if we look left, again, meron tayong resistance dito. Tinest niya, nagkaroon tayo ng rejection in a form of a low test. Low test, candlestick rejection naman to na matutunan natin sa candlestick pattern. Alright? So, ito yung signal natin na mag-hold itong level na to. Okay? And ito na yung possible higher low natin. So, ang nangyari, nagkaroon tayo ng aggressive or impulsive move to the upside. Alright? Another example, GBP USD daily time frame. So, galing din tayo ng downside move. And then, nag-establish ng support level dito. So, tinest niya itong level na to once. Tinest niya twice. And itong pattern na ginawa niya is again a double bottom pattern. But besides that, right, so meron tayong price action pattern na reversal. At the same time, dito nagkaroon tayo ng low test candlestick rejection pattern. Okay? So, ang ginawa ng price, nagkaroon tayo ng break of structure. So, lower high, Nagkaroon tayo ng higher high. So, impulse, nag-decelerate pa yung price dito. So, kung higher high to, we can assume magkakaroon tayo ng higher low. Right? Now, ang question lang, saan may establish yung higher low? Now, again, sa support level. So, dito nag-establish yung price ng support. Nireject na yan once. And then, nireject niya the second time. Now, the second time na nireject niya, nagkaroon tayo ng bullish engulfing, which is a bullish rejection candlestick. Okay? So, ito yung nag-signal sa atin na ito na yung higher low and pupunta na ako dun sa next impulsive move ko. Right? So, ito yung nangyari. Nagkaroon tayo ng another break of structure. Okay? So, na-break niya yung previous higher high. Nagkaroon siya ng panibagong higher high. Alright? So, dito, nung na-break natin to, nagkaroon din tayo ng rejection. Now, ito naman, very shallow lang yung naging pullback niya. Pero still, nag-signal sa atin na nire-reject niya itong level na to. So, previous resistance turned into support. So, nagkaroon din tayo ng low test dito. Itong certain candlestick na to. Okay? Yan. Alright. So, yan yung nag-signal na nire-reject niya itong support level na to. And then, nag-rally yung price to the upside. Another example, Nvidia. So, stock, daily time frame. So, galing ng downside move. And then, nag-establish siya ng support dito sa level na to. So, nag-print tayo or nag-form tayo ng triple bottom. So, meaning tatlong beses niya ni-reject yung level na yon. So, 1, 2, 3. Alright? And besides that, nag-form din siya ng another pattern. Okay? Which is descending triangle. Which is a reversal pattern din. Okay? So, galing ng downside move yung price. So, nag-establish tayo ng support dito kasi tinest niya, nireject niya multiple times, and at the same time, nag-form tayo ng descending triangle, which is a sign of compression or reversal. Alright? And then, ang nangyari, nagkaroon tayo ng breakout, very impulsive move to the upside, breaking this previous lower high, nagkaroon tayo ng higher high. Alright? So, that's support holding. Resistance holding. So, similar with support holding. So, same sila ng characteristic kapag nag-hold. So, let's say, ito yung resistance natin. Tinest ng price, itong level na to, and then nagkaroon tayo ng candlestick rejection. So, there's a probability na mag-move tayo lower or i-reject niya yung level na yan. Now, hindi lang candlestick but also price action pattern. So, ito yung mga nagsisignal sa atin na i-reject niya yung certain resistance level na yun. So, let's have an example. Alibaba, so stock, daily time frame. So, right here, we have a resistance level. So, kung makikita natin, previously, so, I mean, etong time na to, nag-rally yung price to the upside, very impulsive, okay? Pero nag-hold tong level na to. That means malakas yung mga sellers na nagde-defend dito sa area na to. So, pinush nila yung price lower and then tinry nilang balikan ulit. Okay? Nung binalikan nila ulit, nag-hold ulit itong resistance level na to. Nagkaroon tayo ng tweezer top, which is a candlestick reversal pattern. So, ang ginawa nung price, binaba niya ulit. Alright, nireject niya, nag-hold yung level, so hindi nakayanan ng mga buyers i-push pa yung price higher. And at the same time, we can also see na meron tayong sign of deceleration dito. So from acceleration, nag-accelerate yung price. Dito somehow, nakakita tayo na nawawalan na siya ng momentum. And yung pinaka-signal sa atin ng market na i-reject niya or i-defend niya itong resistance na to is tweezer top. Alright? Let's have another example. USD JPY daily time frame. Meron tayong resistance level dito. So, yung structure ng market, galing tayo ng uptrend, higher high, higher low, right? So, dito nag-form pa tayo ng higher low. And then tinry niya gumawa ng higher high. Pero nag-fail, right? Nag-hold yung level dito. Now, dito sa resistance na to, makikita rin natin na meron tayong double top. Okay? So, 1, 2, rejection. So, yan yung price action pattern natin. And then, a bearish engulfing candlestick. Okay? So, meron tayong double top and at the same time, meron tayong bearish engulfing na nagsisignal sa atin na i-reject ng price itong level na to. So, ang nangyari, bumaba yung price lower and from uptrend, nagkaroon tayo ng shift or change of structure. Nagkaroon tayo ng series of lower lows and lower highs. Alright? Euro USD daily time frame. So, dito meron tayong resistance. Let's look at the structure of the market. Okay? So, galing tayo ng downside move, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And then yung price nag-accelerate to the upside, very impulsive. Okay? Very impulsive. May acceleration tayo dito. And then, at some point, nag-decelerate. Nawalan siya ng momentum. Okay? So, itong deceleration na to, nag-form siya ng price action pattern, ascending wedge. Now, saan siya nag-form? Towards this resistance level. Okay? May rejection tayo dyan before, very obvious. Then, nung binalikan niya the second time, from acceleration, nag-decelerate siya, nag-form ng price action pattern, and then nag-hold itong level na to. On top of that, nagkaroon din tayo ng bearish engulfing candlestick. Okay? So, ito yung candlestick rejection na nag-signal sa atin na bababa na yung price. Okay? And then, ang nangyari, nagkaroon tayo ng very aggressive decline. Alright? So, that's resistance holding. Let's talk about support breaking. So, ano naman yung mga signal na magsasabi sa atin na magbe-break yung certain support level? So, we have our support level right here. Then, nagkaroon tayo ng rejection dyan. And then, the second time na binalikan niya, wala tayong nakitang price rejection. So, kung walang price rejection, walang candlestick or price action pattern, malaki yung chance na magkaroon tayo ng breakdown. Alright? So, mag-break yung support level na yon. Kasi, wala nang nagde-defend dun sa level na yon. Let's have an example. Euro USD daily time frame. So, dito meron tayong support level. Very obvious support level. So, nagkaroon tayo ng rejection zone before. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, the 5th time na binalikan niya yung level na yan, wala na tayong nakitang price rejection. Kasi dito, kung mapapansin nyo, meron tayong low test, meron tayong low test, meron tayong low test, tweezer bottom. So, may mga candlestick pattern dito. And then dito, wala na kahit isang bullish candlestick. Alright? So, ang nangyari, nagkaroon tayo ng breakdown. So, nag-break itong support level na to and then nagtuloy-tuloy yung decline niya. So, that means wala nang buyers dito sa level na to. Ang may control na mga sellers. Kaya pinush nila yung price lower. Alright? Ethereum, 4-hour time frame. So, meron tayong support level dito. Kung makikita natin, ni-reject itong level na to multiple times. So, 1, may mga candlestick pattern tayo dyan. 2, 3, and then the 4th time, wala tayong nakitang rejection. There is no candlestick or price action pattern na nagsisignal na mag-hold itong level na to. So, ang nangyari, nagkaroon tayo ng very aggressive decline. S&P 500 hourly time frame. So, meron tayong support level dito. Now, yung structure ng market, nagkaroon tayo ng upside move, higher high, very impulsive. Retracement or correction, higher low. And then, nagkaroon tayo ulit ng impulse but wasn't able to trade above this higher high. So, wala tayong bagong higher high na nakita. Instead, nagkaroon tayo ng rejection dito sa resistance level na to and then bumaba yung price. Now, tinest niya ulit itong support level na to. Right? Tinest niya. So, dito, nagkaroon tayo ng very shallow rejection. Shallow rejection. But then this time, wala na tayong nakitang rejection or any bullish price action. Instead, ang nakita natin, very big bearish candlestick. So that means ang daming sellers ang nag-participate to break this support level. Okay? And then, nagtuloy-tuloy yung decline niya. Nag-form ng lower low, lower high, and then lower low. Alright? So, that's support breaking. Again, walang candlestick or price action pattern. Resistance breaking. So, similar with support breaking, ang signal kung magbe-break yung certain resistance level kapag wala tayong nakitang price rejection. Alright? Let's have an example. Hong Kong Index daily time frame. So, meron tayong resistance level dito. So, tingnan natin kung ano yung structure ng market. So, here, pretty much nasa sideways market condition tayo or ranging. Nagkaroon tayo ng failed breakdown. And then, nag-rally yung price to the upside. Na-break to. Nagkaroon tayo ng higher high. And then, multiple times, tinest niya itong level na to. Right? Bumaba. And then, the 4th time na binalikan niya, wala tayong nakitang price rejection. So, dito, may mga price rejection tayo. Right? May mga bearish candlestick na nagsisignal na mag-hold itong level na to. But this time, dito, wala. Alright? And then, ang nangyari, nag-accelerate siya to the upside. USD JPY daily time frame. We have a resistance level right here. So, dito, nagkaroon tayo ng rejection. Right? And then, dun sa pangatlong beses, wala na siyang pinakitang price rejection. So, ang nangyari, nagkaroon tayo ng breakout and nag-accelerate to the upside. Twitter, daily time frame. So, meron tayong resistance dito. Tingnan natin yung structure ng market. So, from here, nagkaroon tayo ng impulsive move downside. So, lower low, lower high, corrective, lower low. And then, nagkaroon tayo ng change of structure. Alright? Na-break niya tong previous lower high. Nagkaroon tayo ng higher high. So, impulse and then correction. Nag-establish ng higher low. Right? And then dito, nakita natin na nagtuloy-tuloy lang siya. Wala siyang any price rejection dito sa level na to. Okay? Nagtuloy-tuloy lang siya, nag-breakout, and then nag-form ng bagong higher high. Alright? So, dito walang price rejection. Okay? So, again, kapag magbe-break yung certain resistance level, kailangan wala tayong makitang any price action pattern or any bullish price action pattern, right? Na magsisignal na mag-hold yung certain level na yun. Okay? So that's resistance breaking. Let's talk about break and retest. Support once broken becomes resistance, and resistance once broken becomes support. Alright, so anong ibig sabihin nito? So, let's say, meron tayong structure dito, meron tayong resistance, right? So, dalawang beses niyang nireject yung level na yan. Now, tinry niyang balikan the third time, pero nagkaroon tayo ng breakout. So, walang price rejection. Now, ang sabi dito, resistance once broken becomes support. So, ito yung natural or common behavior ng price once na nagkakaroon tayo ng breakout or breakdown sa certain structure ng market. Alright? So, resistance once broken becomes support. So, itong resistance na to, pwede niyang balikan and mag-act as support. Alright? So, resistance once broken becomes support. So, nag-create tayo dito ng higher high, nagkaroon tayo ng pullback or retracement, nag-establish siya ng higher low sa support level wherein itong support level na to was previously a resistance. Alright? And then, pwede siyang mag-hold and magtuloy-tuloy yung move niya. Now, support naman. So, meron tayong structure low dito. Meron tayong support level and then, nagkaroon tayo ng breakdown. Alright? So, support, once broken, becomes resistance. So, since nagka-breakdown tayo from this previous support, there is a possibility na balikan niya yung level na yan and mag-act naman as resistance. Okay? So, hindi lagi na babalikan niya to. Okay? Babalikan niya yung certain support or resistance and then mag-flip. Okay? So, let's say, itong support na to, right? Hindi porket nag-breakdown siya dito, it means babalikan niya. Okay? Malaki lang yung chance na balikan niya. Okay? Itetest niya yung level ulit na yon, pero hindi na support, but as resistance. Okay? So, kung titingnan natin yung structure ng market dito, nagkaroon tayo ng breakdown, nagkaroon tayo ng lower low, and then yung lower high natin, pwede siyang ma-establish sa resistance level. So, in this case, yung resistance natin was previously a support level. So, support, once broken, becomes resistance. Okay? So, let's have an example. Tesla daily time frame. So, meron tayong resistance level dito. Kung titingnan natin, yung structure ng market or yung condition niya right here, nag-form tayo or pumasok tayo sa rotational or ranging market condition. And then, nagkaroon tayo ng breakout. Okay? So, nag-form ng higher high. So, kung may higher high tayo, we can assume na magkakaroon din tayo ng higher low. Now, at this point, question mark sa atin to, saan ba may establish yung higher low? You have to look left. Again, previous resistance pwedeng mag-act as support. Okay? So, resistance, once broken, becomes support. And then, nag-rally yung price to the upside. So, dito na-establish yung higher low natin. Alright? Another example, crude oil, 4-hour time frame. Meron tayong resistance level dito. And then, nagkaroon tayo ng breakout. Right? Breakout, nag-form ng higher high. So, impulse, and then pumasok sa corrective phase. Ang kailangan niya ma-establish yung higher low. So, question mark yan. Now, saan pwedeng or saan possible ma-establish yung higher low? You look left. Previous resistance, pwedeng mag-act as support. Alright? And then, as you can see, nagkaroon din tayo ng price rejection dito in a form of a candlestick pattern. Okay? So, yan. Alright? May bullish candlestick rejection tayo dyan. Okay? And then, nag-rally na yung price to the upside. Dito din, meron. Right? So, resistance. Ito yung higher high natin. Okay? Higher high, higher low, breakout, nag-form ulit ng higher high. So, resistance, once broken, becomes support. Alright? Another example, Netflix. So, basically, nasa uptrending market tayo. So, dito, meron tayong resistance. And then, nagkaroon tayo ng breakout. Breakout to the upside. So, nagkaroon tayo ng higher high. And then, yung resistance before, nag-act naman ngayon as support. Alright? And then, dito, meron ulit tayong breakout or meron tayong resistance and then breakout. Nagkaroon ng higher high. Nag-form siya ng higher high dito. So, kung meron tayong higher high, since uptrend to, we can assume magkakaroon tayo ng higher low. So, saan pwedeng ma-establish yung higher low? We look left. Previous resistance, pwedeng mag-act as support. And then, dito papasok yung price behavior kung mag-hold ba or magbe-break yung certain support level na yun. Alright? Gold daily time frame. So, meron tayong support level dito. Now, pretty much, kung makikita natin yung condition ng market, nasa sideways market condition tayo. And then, nagkaroon tayo ng breakdown. So, dito, walang price rejection. Okay? So, itong support level na to, na break, and then, binalikan niya, and nag-act naman ngayon as resistance. So, previous support, once broken, becomes resistance. Okay? So, lower low, na-establish yung lower high dito sa previous resistance previous support turned into resistance. USD JPY daily time frame. So basically nasa downtrending market tayo. So from here, ito yung support natin. Nagkaroon tayo ng breakdown. Nag-form tayo ng lower low. Then lower high. So na-establish itong lower high na to sa previous support. So previous support, once broken, becomes resistance. Now you have to remember guys na ang support and resistance level, hindi siya fixed level. Okay? Lagi siyang zone. Alright? So, support, naging resistance, and then dito, meron ulit tayong support, yung previous lower low. Nagkaroon tayo ng breakdown. So, yung support, yung previous lower low na break, nagkaroon tayo ng bagong lower low. So, we can assume magkakaroon tayo ng lower high. So, yung support, ang ginawa naman niya ngayon, nag-act siya as resistance. So, meron tayong rejection dito. Meron din tayong rejection right here. Okay? So, support, dito naging resistance din. Okay? Another example, Nifty. So, index naman to. So, meron tayong support level dito. Right? And then, nagkaroon tayo ng breakdown. So, yung support, nag-act naman siya ngayon as resistance. So, lower low, lower high, nagkaroon tayo ng candlestick rejection dito. Yung previous support, nag-turned into resistance. Alright? Dito din. Meron tayong support level dito na nung na-break, nag-act naman as resistance. Alright? Failed breakout. So, I think medyo familiar na kayo with this one kasi na-discuss na natin to sa market condition module. But let's discuss this again kasi related to sa support and resistance. So, failed breakout, a failed attempt to break resistance level. A sudden close back below resistance level. So, wala siyang acceptance in higher prices. So, let's say yung price nag-move to the upside, nagkaroon ng pullback. So, meron tayong resistance level dito kasi may price rejection dyan. And then, nag-try ulit siyang mag-rally upside. Okay? So, nag-attempt siya. And then, suddenly, nung nagkaroon tayo ng possible breakout, bumalik ulit below resistance yung price. So, that means nagkaroon tayo ng failed breakout. Okay? Wala siyang acceptance in higher prices. Now, for us to say na real breakout to, kailangan meron tayong multiple candlestick close above the level. Okay? Let's have an example. Euro-Yen daily time frame. So, dito meron tayong resistance level. Nag-try siyang mag-trade above that level, pero suddenly, nagkaroon tayo ng failed breakout and then very aggressive nung naging decline niya. Okay? Bitcoin daily time frame. So dito meron tayong failed or meron tayong resistance dito sa level na to. May multiple price rejection, failed breakout, and then meron din tayong failed breakout dito. Okay? So dito sa zone na to, marami tayong attempt or maraming attempt yung price to trade above this level pero nag-fail, right? Failed breakout, and then nag-reverse yung price from upside move to downside move. German DAX daily time frame. Meron tayong resistance dito, yung price galing ng uptrend, and then meron tayong failed attempt dito. Meron tayong failed breakout, and then nag-move yung price lower. Alright? Now, let's talk about failed breakdown. A failed attempt to break support level. So, a sudden close back above support level and wala siyang acceptance in lower prices. So, meron tayong downside move. May rejection dyan sa level na yan. So, that means meron tayong support level. And then, nag-try siya ulit balikan yung level na yan and nag-try mag-trade below that level pero suddenly, bumalik ulit siya above that support level. So, nagkaroon tayo ng failed breakdown. Alright? Let's have an example. Apple daily time frame. So, galing tayo ng downside move or downtrend, right? Lower lows, lower highs. And then dito, nagkaroon tayo ng support level. So, may rejection tayo dyan. Nag-rally yung price. And then, the second time na balikan niya, nagkaroon tayo ng failed breakout. So, itong failed breakdown. So, itong failed breakdown na to, ito yung naging cause nitong massive rally na to. Right? So, dito siya kumbaga dito nag-end yung decline nitong Apple stock. Alright? So, here, meron ulit tayong failed breakdown. So, bumaba yung price. Nagkaroon tayo ng shallow rejection and then tinry niya mag-trade below this support level pero nag-fail. Okay? Binawi niya agad. Okay? So, itong certain candlestick na to, nag-close above, itong malaking candlestick, nag-close above this support level. Alright? So, may failed breakdown tayo. Another example, NVIDIA. Here. So, meron tayong support level dito. Okay? Previous resistance turned into support and then nag-act ulit as support. But then, this time, nagkaroon tayo ng failed breakdown. Okay? AUD, NZD. Meron tayong support level. Rejection. Alright. Okay. So, ang tagal mag-move ng pointer ko. Rejection, and then this time, nagkaroon tayo ng failed breakdown. Alright? So, yung structure ng market, impulse, higher high, and then dito somehow nag-sideways or rotational. So, may support level tayo, lower extreme, and then dito nagkaroon tayo ng failed breakdown na naging cause na tong impulsive move na to. Alright? Alright, so now that we're done with this module, quick recap lang about support and resistance. So support and resistance is one of the most widely used concepts in trading, and it is the most basic principle in technical analysis. So kailangan as a trader marunong tayong mag-identify ng support and resistance. So support will tend to act as a floor for price action, and resistance naman will tend to act as a roof for price action. Support once broken becomes resistance, and resistance once broken becomes support. Support and resistance are zones and not specific points or price level. We have to wait for confirmation or yung price behavior around support and resistance before jumping into a trade. And there are no hidden levels. Walang secret support and resistance. So yung obvious sa inyo, yun yung support and resistance level. Kasi kung ano yung obvious sa mata natin, majority ng traders, yun din yung tinitignan. Alright? Now, always remember, support, maraming buyers dito. And then resistance, marami namang sellers. And just a quick tip for support and resistance, meron tayong mga secondary tools na pwede nating gamitin as support and resistance. Pero yung concept, pretty much the same. Okay? So, ito, mga secondary tools lang to. So, we can use trend line. Pwede tayong gumamit niyan as secondary support and resistance, Fibonacci, moving average, and channel. So, ito, ilan lang to sa mga tools na pwede nating gamitin. But, ang pinaka-importanting support and resistance is horizontal support and resistance. Again, secondary tools lang to. Okay? But, again, same concept lang. So, kung paano natin tinitreat yung horizontal support and resistance, same lang siya dito sa mga secondary tools. Alright? So, with that, let's move on to the next module. Homework for support and resistance. So, plot support and resistance on 3 to 5 charts or 3 to 5 markets na gusto nyo. Identify their support and resistance level. So, pwede nyong lagyan ng label. Well, much better kung lalagyan nyo. Mag-annotate kayo sa chart. And then, take a screenshot. Alright? And then, create a folder and put the screenshot inside. So, this will serve as your knowledge bank for support and resistance level. Alright?